party where we introduced ourselves to each other. The kids had to do it individually, and then we had some biscuits afterwards, and we had a jolly good time. Well, when you walk outside of the airport, it's the heat that hits you. Another strange thing, when you're walking out of the airport, they sell all these appliances like fridges, cookers, washing machines. You wouldn't see that in an airport in this country. Well, the town, there's a few shops. All the roads are sandy. And it's right on the coast by the Indian Ocean. All the people are nice. But the main objective is to help the poor people and help the children that come from poor homes, so that they can do better when they leave school. Families that don't have much money, families that you would call poorer than poor, because when they're at home, grandparents are uneducated, their children are uneducated, and the grandchildren become uneducated because no one's there to help them. Well, I've had children say, no one ever sent me a birthday card or Christmas card. Someone said, no one ever sent me a present. And if you think about someone 6 or 7 years old, never had a present from the day they were born, it seems quite sad. They have a doctor come. He comes about once a month to give the children just a quick check. Basically, they have two groups of children come to the centre. They have young ones, which they call preschoolers, who aren't old enough to go to school. They come in the morning. Normally you help them to learn to write letters, A, B, C, to count, like 1, 2, 3, and play with their toys. I took two classes. One was to find out about what they like about Smile Centre, and why they come to the Smile Centre. And then another class, we had a party where we introduced ourselves to each other. The kids had to do it individually. Right, there was another girl at the centre. I know she wanted to speak for me before, but she can't. But this year, somehow or other, she could speak a few words English. I wouldn't make it hard for anyone. But you managed to get on with these people. We all met on the Saturday morning, early in the morning. The first thing we did, we went on a march round the town. People were playing instruments and leading the march, just so that we were witness to all the other people in the town. Or we went to a jail, basically because they knew about our organisation, and the people in charge wanted someone to go and speak to the prisoners there. Supposing that was the wall and had all the doors in it to their rooms where they were, then the roof came down here, right, and they all sat on the floor out here, and we talked to them, and someone translated it. And then two of them, separately, they had these drums like that you bounce your hands on and that, sang to us. if you look on the internet, the first thing that comes up, it says pray, give and go. So you can click onto whichever one you fancy and find out all the information. They could pray that the people would be able to understand English a bit better rather than just speak English. That the teachers would be able to have some training. Pray that the kids would have a good time and enjoy themselves, and that the kids would come regularly. You see, when you sponsor a child, part of the money goes to education, part of the money goes to feeding, and part of the money goes to medical. It's good to have a word from the Lord to keep with you. Well, the words he gave me were from Romans 16 verse 1 and Revelation 1 verse 3. For I'm not ashamed of the gospel. It is the power of God for salvation to everyone who has faith. And then in Revelation, blessed is he who reads aloud the words of the prophecy, and blessed are those who hear and who keep what is written therein, for the time is near.